Welcome back, everyone. As you can see, it's a really crowded table tonight. So
Yeah.
we are down a Quota and a Cedar and an Arturo. We just found out about Arturo about 10 minutes ago. Had something come up. So yeah, we are probably going to have something a little bit shorter tonight. But that also gives us a little bit of time to kind of talk about some changes that might be coming up with Discord and things like that. We've mentioned that we have our own little group Discord going. We've mentioned it a couple times. And looking at, recently a friend of mine on Twitch just hit affiliate a few days ago. Unlocked bits and unlocked subscribers and all that sort of thing. And have been thinking about how we would handle that if we reached affiliate. And because our stream supports Bradgate Park Trust, and I'm planning to do a video at some point to kind of showcase for you guys what that is. But so we're going to, when we hit affiliate, we're going to, enable subscriptions and things like that. And subscription donations are going to go to Bradgate Park Trust. So that is all going to support our charity. And we are going to look at opening up our Discord, sections of it. We're still going to have a few channels that are just private for us for, the more specific coordination, like, meeting times and whatever personal stuff might come up. So, but we're generally going to open up the Discord for viewers and things like that. And we're going to have sections in there for subscribers that will allow you to, as we've been advertising in our tweets and posts, allow you to have a direct line to Jay, our DM, to give suggestions on the NPCs we meet, the enemies that we fight, and things like that. And a little section called Ask the DM, so you can just ask whatever you like there. So those will be kind of some subscriber-y things that we're going to have going on once we hit affiliate. We think we're going to hit our viewership numbers for affiliate fairly soon, and at that point it's really just the follower goal. So since I knew about Quota and Cedar being out earlier today, I went ahead and just replaced them for tonight with the with the follower goal. And so yeah, we're
see, the way you should have set up was, we're not going to bring them back until we get the follower.
right.
Yeah.
Fill this bar to unlock Quota. You have to fulfill your quota first.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so I guess we left off with kind of a cliffhanger last time, and then the person that cliffhanger mostly applies to is not here. So
Yeah.
so we're gonna have some fun with this
Do
one.
some other stuff.
Yeah.
It's fine. There are other plot things that were being slightly hinted at that we can talk about instead.
Okay.
So where you left off, you were questioning a guard for a bandit camp that you.
I like interviewing. It sounds like something like Acquisition
'cause,
Incorporated would use.
Yes.
Yeah, you were like, you
It's
just
the
passed
nicer-
note of truth, and then we're asking about tattoos. Like, it was basically an interview.
It's the nicer way of saying we interrogated the
Yeah.
guy.
It says here on your resume you have a weird tattoo. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah. It was a guard for bandit camp, which you found out because you talked to a small group of nomads that traveled to the area. And they had told you that they were unable to settle where they normally would settle in this region because of them being in this space. And they, a few of you went to go check out the bandit camp, and you had been attacked at night. As a warning, you'd just all been shot at once, and then they were running, and one of them was
Not much
captured.
of a warning. I got an arrow to my neck. So.
Yeah, they did better than they thought they were going to.
It was to your
probably.
neck. I didn't even.
I did like half of my head.
Yeah, he got hit real hard. I think Quota also got hit
Yeah.
really hard because he was standing up in the middle of the camp. He was a very big, obvious
Yeah,
target. So,
I was barely paying attention during that fight. I was basically being in character. Mallory wasn't there, so
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, they all got hit like once, but they all got hit, and it was pretty bad. I think they all got hit.
Cedar got hit?
Yeah.
I think Cedar didn't get hit, or if he did, it was like 2 or 3 points. It was not. He barely got hit if he did.
He got like I do remember it meeting everyone's AC though.
Okay.
Yeah. So you caught one of them, you dragged him back to town.
Oh,
Hey,
DJ Ogre, dude, thank you so much for the
Nice.
follow, man. Glad you're here. Thanks for joining us.
who's that?
The massive event that I kind of teased, and you gave me a weird look last week, like what? When I said, if you're a part of the VR chat community, we've got a huge surprise in store for you. He's part of the crew that's running that little event. You know the details about it. I forgot to tell you, but yeah, I'll tell you after. So,
I hope so.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's a fun little deal. It's not really related to this,
Okay.
but yeah.
You took him back to town, questioned him, found out he had the tattoo for the, what did I say, Grey Wolves, I think is what it was. I didn't write the name down, but I had it in my head for a while. So, but it was and the other person that you had investigated in this small group did not had a tattoo, but had a different one. It was a bear, I think. I think it was a bear because I couldn't think of anything other than a wolf, but I was like, no, that's on the other person. So that's what that one was. But it was a different one. Was the main point of this.
Okay.
Sort of cementing the fact that this is not just one bandit group. This is multiple. No one really knows what they're doing out there. They've just gathered and they're doing something. Yeah. So we left off. Cedar recognized them as the group that refused to help him save his family because he couldn't pay.
Okay. Does he? If you're cardboarding him, are we assuming that he relays this to us?
He may not relay that specific information. I don't know if he would relay specifically what they did to him, but that Leaf at least would tell you after they're done talking, which I think
So
you were
Leaf would
about.
know.
But he tells you about the group a little bit more. He tells you that the group they had started as a mercenary band and they grew to be a very large company with different little subgroups and some independent people. But at some point, they knew their own. They knew that they were worth a lot. They knew this, and they started to do things like they just kind of stopped helping people. They started to do things more for money, and some of the groups, a lot of them, just outright banditry, mostly preying on people who knew their old reputation, sort of like offering to guard caravans and stealing from the caravans.
Okay.
Things like that.
This is reminding me of a lot of the bandit crews in your universe. They were decent people, then they fell on hard times,
Yeah.
and now they terrorized the entire land.
This group became really big and really corrupt because they could, and that's why
Someone shorted them on one paycheck. And
Yeah.
Mayhem.
That's why Arturo recognized them, was because he saw, shortly before he left, people had started being warned, like, don't travel with this group if you're going west because they're bad. They
have like 1 star on Yelp right now.
Yeah. they had signs up in the town that had like, oh, this the symbol of the tattoo, and like they have like a little pendant thing, a symbol of their pendant saying this group is hiding or masquerading as a mercenary group. Do not hire them or whatever. So yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
But the tiefling, name was Cunning. He stopped really speaking once he was sort of backed into that corner. And they agreed to hold him in the cell until they can do whatever they're going to do.
So the wolf is the symbol of this particular bad mercenary group.
Yeah. It's a symbol of this mercenary group that's basically all bad. No, there's also independent people that are technically one of them, but don't travel with groups that may be fine, but that's kind of questionable.
You mentioned the bear thing. Do I know about that?
It's another It's another bandit group, probably from the area. This one was a really big group. The
Okay.
fair one may be just like a small one in the area.
Okay. Well, they're big, they're mean, and they have a reputation.
You know what they need? They need a marketing guy. See, if Kurtis knew about all of this, he would like be like, you know what? I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna offer to be their marketing.
Yeah, Kurtis left, didn't he? He went
Yeah.
to go talk to someone else. I
What?
think.
You're not there?
No.
Yeah, Kurtis left. He went to go talk
Remember,
to
I
someone
was so happy that I wasn't part of the zone of truth,
else. Yeah. He
which
didn't-
everybody failed.
Yeah.
I think even Leaf failed, didn't he?
Oh, he let himself
I-
not take it. 'Cause
I thought you were there, but you just hadn't stepped into the zone. Okay, where are you then?
Well,
yeah,
first,
he left to go.
yeah,
talk to
first I went
someone else.
and continued to badger a certain Leo.
Okay.
Yeah, you had to go.
Flirting with Leo. All
Yeah,
right.
go annoy the.
I
mayor.
softened the mayor for you guys. You know, I'm the guy that goes to like panic, and then Arturo is the normal guy that goes after me and like reaps the rewards.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
I think you were gonna go talk to the other one too, Ellie.
I believe I
You
had about an hour to do that.
Yeah, you were gonna go do
Yeah.
that at some point.
Yes.
'Cause-
First, I was going to attempt to. So I'm still not sure about the layout of the town. Is the general store on my way there?
yeah, basically all the shops and things are along the
On
main
the
road,
central- Okay.
and then people sort of just live around it, built their houses
Okay.
up around them. People that don't live above the shops and stuff.
Okay. I would like to visit the general shop first.
All right. Yeah. So the shop's run by the halflings.
Yeah.
There's the short lady, short lady halfling. Of course she's short. The small lady halfling that run the shop and has
We
the
call
like,
them little people.
and she's got the little like steps ladder and the like little step stool to get up onto the counter, and then the ladder to get her stuff, like things like that. Yeah, you enter. She's there.
Reputable merchant of Clearage. How are you?
I'm good. What can I get you?
Well, a lot of things, but today I am looking for a flute.
A flute.
Yes. It's a wooden thing about this long. You blow in it and it makes sound.
Just looking through her stuff.
I think
Yeah.
Are you rolling to see if she's offended?
No, rolling to see if she's got like, if she has one, because she's kind of like,
course I know what a flute is.
like, and she starts to look through boxes and looks under the counter and says, I think we might, and she sort of goes into the back and hear like rustling, and then she comes back, she's like, yes, someone sold it to us, and she puts it on the counter.
Okay. On a scale of just junk to 10, how junk is
Jump to 10.
I'm gonna say, it's not complete, like, junk. It's definitely not the best made or anything. It's
Okay.
like
It's average.
beginner's, like,
Okay.
flute. You would probably be able to get a better one at some point, but it's like,
It'll do.
yeah.
So are we going by the standard 2 gold? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to mark up 2 gold from my
I have no idea what he's up to.
I actually know what's going on for once.
Yeah. I would like to gleefully grab the flute,
Mhm.
put the 2 gold on the counter, and just leave.
Yeah, she takes it,
Beeline for my house.
puts it in the till, and says thank you as you leave. And you
There's just the
return-
sound of door.
Yeah,
closing.
you return home.
Did you want to do anything, meanwhile?
Huh?
Yeah.
Did you want to do
So
anything?
what were you gonna do after the Cedar also went to go home. He returned. He walked. As soon as he found out that, he went home.
Yeah.
He luck.
That's so much fun.
I'm not gonna try the Jaeger quota because I don't know what he would do. He's doing whatever he would do at Arturo.
No one can predict quota.
I'll say Arturo also probably
I think
is going home.
at least
Or
for
not
today,
home.
I think Arturo was going to guard the guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, Arturo's gonna guard the guy because he didn't trust quota, I think.
I mean,
Fair, completely fair. But yeah, I think Arturo's gonna guard the guy. Other than
Does
that,
anyone trust quota?
No. I think quota was just gonna like stare at
What
him.
if and when we hit affiliate, we unlock one subscriber emote? It is going to be quota no
Yeah.
in red.
So yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to ask Sheriff Leaf if. Well, what do you have on your mind for dealing with this? Or, I mean, do we just hope they don't march on the town or something? Or
He kind of crosses his arms and thinks about it. And says, well, they're pretty far out. They were planning something. I feel like they might be closer because it's gonna take them a whole day or so to get here. And we'd see them if they stopped the camp. We'd be able to defend ourselves. I don't know. We may just need to keep on guard about it until we know more. It's hard to tell.
you did, in character, fill us in on the
Yes.
visions from those other groups, right? Okay. Well, if the pattern holds, maybe their God brought them here.
Maybe. If that's always an option, can't rule anything out because we don't really have much information.
I feel like Leaf is either the end boss or he's just completely unprepared for what's going to happen. Or both, who knows?
Possibly.
His sheriff job has been basically nothing, and then suddenly he has work to do.
Wait,
He's like, hold on.
Wait. Completely unprepared and the end boss.
Yeah.
He's Wheatley from Portal 2.
Basically.
Well, I mean, based on what we know
I'm
about
just
Go on,
picturing.
space.
I'm just picturing Wheatley with Leaf with Wheatley's voice. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just send it off into space. Get rid of him.
based on what we know of this town's infrastructure, I think it's safe to assume their only security has been throwing deputies at the problem until either they run out of deputies or the problem goes away.
Yeah, they have the gate around the town, like the big wall, but they've taken down the front part because they just want people to come in and out. They don't have guards set to close it. I think the mayor said something about building gates, like putting
Yeah.
the gates back on in case there's something happen. But they have that, so you can't just like encompass the town's attack from all sides. You see everybody coming in and out.
What is it on, other than the gates that is protecting the town? Are we talking just like a fence or
It's mostly
palisade?
It's mostly just that they don't have a ton of like defense or anything, but they haven't really had any trouble yet.
Can you jump over the wall?
It would be difficult.
But possible.
You may be able to. 'Cause it's like
Okay.
an 8-foot tall, well, probably taller than that 'cause there's taller people, but it's probably closer to like 10-foot wall. You had if you had like a
Grappling hook?
grappling hook, you could get over it, but it's pretty smooth.
Okay.
It would be difficult to climb the wall. People wouldn't be able to just like run and jump at it.
Gotcha.
For sure. You can tell by looking at it. You can't just like scale the wall. You need equipment. Like
It's reasonable.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Kurtis just added a goal.
All right.
And then there's those moments when Kurtis is as unpredictable as quota.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pulling a lot of weights tonight. You know?
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
I need to be at my best.
Yeah.
Or worse.
Okay.
So, what were you going to do?
I guess I'll go home and find
So
Find him to fill.
probably for the first time in a while, when you open the door, you don't see Kurtis just sitting down in front of the door waiting for you.
This is different. Kurtis?
I'm a little busy.
Where are you?
Not here. Go away. I'm not home.
I walk up to your bedroom door and knock.
Okay. You tell me how much authorial power I have here, but so the door is kind of ajar, so you
Okay.
can either look through or push it open, depending on what you want to do.
Okay.
Do you want to look in, or are you just knocking?
I'll like just kind of barely look in just to.
So, hanging from the ceiling is a what kind of looks like an ear, by like with piece of thread or something,
Okay.
and the ear looks like it's been dead for like a day and a half or something, but Kurtis is holding a flute, and there's blood dripping from the ear hole, so to speak. And if you don't say anything, Kurtis is going to go back to attempting to play the flute.
I'll just kind of stammer for a second. What you get up to in your room is your business. But I thought you should know what we learned from the. Why do you have an ear hanging from the ceiling? What? Whose is that?
It's too late, Mallory. It's done. And I would like to roll performance.
Yeah, sure. Roll performance.
Okay, 17 plus 3,
Oh.
I think. Plus 5, so that would be 22.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, for some reason, just out of the blue, Kurtis seems to know how to do that.
Yeah.
Also, play the flute. And
But whose is that?
he's not gonna need it anymore. Don't worry. Actually, you know what? You came in the best possible time.
Really?
And
Somehow I doubt that.
I'm imagining you have like the curtains drawn and like this candle's lit. Like it's dark in there. It's creepy. Like it looks like it's really creepy.
well, I
in
mean
there.
that's just normal Kurtis, though.
Yeah.
That's getting clipped. Why is this the best possible time for me to come in here? I was coming to talk to you about what happened at the sheriff's office.
Well, I was going to talk to you about what happened before the sheriff's office.
What, when you all camped out next to the bandit camp and were shocked when they attacked you?
Yes, when one of us didn't quite pull their weight. And, yeah.
Really? Really? When one of us was smart and the rest decided to camp right next to a band of murderers?
Well, let's put it this way. The smart one didn't take back useful information, or a captive, or loot, or an ear.
Okay, so I take it this ear belongs to one of your attackers.
That is indeed the case.
Well, thank God.
Always the astute observer, I see.
Yeah, the ear is it's white, like paper white, elf ear.
Elf ear.
Yeah, because
I was worried that you had attacked Arturo or something.
We were close, but Unfortunately, that didn't happen. The bandit
Unfortunate.
got to us before I could get to that. Listen, Mallory. What you do is your business. You're a grown, independent woman. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'll tell you this. And I attempt to put a hand on your shoulder. I don't know if you want to avoid it or anything.
I just stare daggers at you and raise an eyebrow.
I don't think I've ever used my message tantrum on you, but this time, without like moving my mouth or anything, I'm really like, listen, if you stay with us next time, I can protect you, and I would like you to cast heroism on you. You don't know half the things I can do. And
I'm sorry, what is heroism?
It gives you temporary hit points, if I remember right.
Okay.
It was the one that Izzy was using to keep people alive. It gives temporary hit points.
A willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points. Okay. Okay.
So for the next minute, you will continually feel better and better.
Yeah. I think that was the one that was using on Ragnar to keep him up whenever he took off running at spiders and stuff like that. It was that one.
Look, all I'm saying is this group has potential that you might not be able to see at first.
I see plenty of potential, but all right. All I'm saying is, you're lucky they didn't kill you in the middle of the night.
They're lucky we only killed 2 of them. 1.5 actually.
Never mind.
Did you see his knee? That was me. I point to my crossbow. Happily.
Good job. I'm proud of you. Well, at least you can wield a crossbow. That's something.
Mm-hmm.
But we found out.
I know. That's fighting isn't the best use of my abilities. I did work my magic with Mer, however. He should be quite softened up to the idea of possibly raising a militia or fixing the fortification or doing something.
You know, sometimes you really are insane, and then sometimes you actually make sense. So I'm actually not sure which is which sometimes.
Neither am I. Glad to have you. And I would try to pat you on the back.
Okay.
And I go back to the room and attempt to close the door.
I'm in the room.
Oh, okay.
Look, the guy that...
It's okay, Mallory. Many women have trouble speaking when I'm around. Take a deep breath. Just count to 10. It'll be alright. I cast bravery on you. You're good.
I'm counting to 10, all right, Kurtis. The guy that you captured, that you all captured, and that you shot with the crossbow in the knee, very skillful, apparently is a member of some mercenary unit that Cedar is familiar with. And, okay, so I do not know about them refusing to help his family, or did
No, he reacted
at least
clearly,
didn't have that
but he
much
didn't
specific
know.
info. Okay.
Yeah. Cedar
They're-
clearly reacted, but didn't tell you. So I'm assuming. He doesn't say
I'm pretty
anything.
sure Cedar is very familiar with this mercenary band.
I'm quite sure
And-
too. For let me tell you, I've been spending some time with Cedar. Wink.
Just like you're probably going to say that you've been spending some time, wink, with me after.
No, it was much more in depth with Cedar, actually. We spend hours and hours of nights in his basement, actually.
You are so full of shit, Kurtis.
Well, next time you see him, ask him about the skills that Kurtis taught him, and he will prove it to you.
I'm almost sure that Cedar is mute.
Well, that is where you're wrong, and that is where the miracles of Kurtis happen.
I'm sorry, miracles of Kurtis just makes me lose it. Okay, look, this mercenary group, they're bad news. And, okay, fine, you probably got a better look at their numbers than I would have. So, something is...
So would you say we need to
raise a militia?
raise a militia, get
Yes.
defenses, scout a little more?
Yes.
You know, I knew someone who said those things a while ago. Interesting.
Let me
Anyway.
guess, was it you?
You're right! Oh my... You are a smart one, Mallory.
Okay, if you can cut the crap, let's get to work. What do we
But
need?
that's the most fun part.
The crap?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that. Anyway,
Yeah.
humans. What were you saying? You and your fascination with bodily fluids. Come on. What were you suggesting?
I stare up at the ear dripping blood and I'm like,
See, that face says it all. I wasn't even bothered by all that blood. You're the one fascinated by bodily fluids.
you're the one who's hanging it in your room.
It was important.
Sure. Sure. So what's with the flute? Is it gonna raise a militia?
It's going to help.
Okay, please enlighten me.
Maybe later.
What?
Let me put it this way. Without this flute, you wouldn't be feeling so brave right now.
Yeah, you're full of shit.
Can I? Wait, heroism is concentration. So does that mean I can end it if I want to?
Yeah, I think the hit points go away whenever you do.
Okay.
It's like the 10 hit points.
I would like to
They do it at the end of the
I
day.
would like to immediately cancel my concentration on your heroism. You feel
normal.
Jay, do I feel a difference?
You feel more like normal. Like you felt a little bit pepped up and like was slowly getting more and more, but then it just stops.
Also, I would like to add that since Kurtis is acting weird and he's just weird, you would it would be noticeable enough. Like you need courage just to be with Kurtis. when the courage is gone, you'll know it.
Now you're standing next to a
Yeah.
bloody drip, like a bloody ear hanging from the roof, with Kurtis staring at you unsettlingly, like.
I'm suddenly feeling very creeped out.
There you go.
Sorry, is your room upstairs?
Yes, I think. I mean, we did
Yeah,
this.
I think the rooms are up. Yeah, the rooms are upstairs.
That's right. Arturo is the only one who has one
Arturo-
downstairs because he's sleeping in the office.
Yeah,
Okay.
Arturo made an office downstairs and Cedar's in the basement.
Okay.
But the other rooms are upstairs. There's 4 upstairs, but one of them isn't being used because.
This is one of the most unsettling rooms that I have seen, and it's right across the hall from mine.
You're welcome.
Okay.
See, I'm showing you the world, Mallory. You weren't going to see anything like this back in wherever you were.
Really, you call this showing me the world? Yeah, you really know how to impress it.
Well, I was going to show you even more, but you just got on
Okay, Kurtis. I think we need to get back to the militia part.
Oh yeah, militia.
Yeah.
Right. I was going to meet someone. I remember. Come with me. I attempt to grab your hand.
I pull my hand free, but yeah, I follow you.
Okay. we've been to Mare House, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
all
Okay.
went to
Yeah.
dinner.
So you
Do
can.
you close the door as we leave your room?
I would probably forget actually.
So it's just sitting open.
Yeah.
And
So,
everyone
yeah.
sees the.
At some
the
point,
ear.
someone's gonna come in and see the ear hanging from the roof.
Okay.
The question is, does anyone actually want to look in my room? Or do they know by this point that like it's better to leave some things alone?
I don't know.
Well,
I cannot.
We'll
find out
quota,
next
so
time.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
We will find out next time.
Actually,
Alright.
I think Arturo was really convinced that like he wanted to know what I was gonna do with that.
Yeah,
ear.
so he might.
Yeah,
he'll
he's
probably
definitely
go
gonna.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But he's staying. Okay, never mind.
He's at the.
If he ever goes upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll deal with that next time when it's tomorrow, because this game is probably just gonna be this big. So that you come back tomorrow and deal with that. The demon summoning that he thought was happening.
Okay.
As we're moving that way, first of all, nothing happens.
No.
Okay. I didn't want to like push the GM out.
No, it's no, nothing else is really gonna happen.
Okay.
No one's whatever you found out and stuff, and what you've told the mayor, they're keeping it kind of on the look. 'Cause they don't know what's
Okay.
going on, so they don't want to scare people.
The DM's like, yeah, just go ahead. I'm having a grand old time. Just watch
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, no, they're not. Nothing happens. When you get to the town square, I think because you're going back in that direction, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm going towards the mayor's house.
Yeah. Let me see something real quick, actually. Yeah. You don't normally see the carpenter out, but you see him heading back to his shop from the mayor's office. As you get to the town square. That's about it. He's been really busy, so he basically has been in his shop, but he's leaving and he's got like this little like rolled up, very large like rolled up scrolls or something, and yeah, that's about it.
Okay, so as we're going to the mayor's house, I would like to have a conversation with you in my message cantrip, basically all the way there, and it's up to you. If you can probably, if you want, just like speak normally and like get attention to us if you want. But basically, I'm going to say something along the line of, you see, as part of my endeavors to further enhance our endeavors, I have been cultivating a contact.
Contact.
Yes, a contact you have met once.
I'm sure everyone's met everyone in this town at least once. And why are you talking to me like this?
Because I have a feeling that not even I would like to talk about premonitions and evil things happening and possible bandit invasions. And it just keeps going. And demons eating people and orphans running around
What?
and cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria.
40 years of darkness!
40, that's nothing.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
You might actually be alive still too. Like, this is great, sunlight again.
Yeah, I had like half a day of bad for me, but you know, I lived like 200 years, so I'm good.
40 years of darkness, everyone else is like, yeah! The dark elves are like, this is paradise.
Sweet, you can go out during the day.
Yes.
You can be daytime people again.
Okay. What is daytime?
So yeah, I'm just gonna keep rambling about all the horrors that are going to happen until
Okay.
you stop me.
Okay, I get it.
Do you truly? I hope you do. Anywho, the mayor had two wonderful offspring. One wonderful offspring and one slightly less wonderful offspring. But nevertheless, I have been speaking to one of them, to both of them, but one more so than the other.
Kurtis, I really don't care that much about your pursuits.
Well, it has been apparent since you seem to abandon my pursuits in the middle of the night. rather frequently. Anywho,
Wait, what?
you keep leaving us in the middle of the night. How can I trust you?
Leaving in the middle of the night?
When did you leave, by the way? I forgot. Like, I as a player.
Oh, okay. I broke off like
it was like when you.
when you guys said, "Oh, we're gonna follow quota towards
In
the."
the-
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
it
it
was
was
basically
day.
it,
That
yeah,
was
it was a day.
yeah, it was like afternoon,
Okay.
early
Yeah.
afternoon.
Mallory went home with the bandits, not the bandits, the nomads left.
Okay, but you're only referring to that one thing.
Yeah.
Not okay. Okay.
That's
Curtis
essentially
is
basically all
turning
you
it-
hear about.
Curtis is turning it into a pattern. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Anywho, this particular pursuit is very important. You've met the mayor's other son, right? Not the one you're thinking of, the other one. No,
Yeah,
I said the
believe
other
so.
one.
Yes, we met the mayor's family when we came to dinner here.
Good. You're a smart one. Okay, here's the thing. That guy has magic. And I don't mean like magic like I have magic. And
You're magically making me look like an idiot right now, just talking to myself with you not saying anything.
Well-
But, you know.
are you speaking out loud?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's up to you. That's a choice you're making. And frankly, it looks better this way. You know what? Everywhere I go, they say Kurtis is
As you say, it looks better that way. I step on your foot.
Do I need a dexterity check or something?
I don't think you see it coming, so just
Okay.
does it.
How do I
I just kind of smirk at you.
do I like
I mean,
fall on my face?
I don't think you take damage or
Okay.
anything.
No.
You just kind of like stumble a
Yeah.
little bit because she stepped really hard on your foot. Very strong.
Can I? Okay. I'll just say it.
I'm not flagging
Can
PvP or anything.
Can I? Well, too late for that. Can I? I have a ability. I think it was called like Mage Hand Leisure-Mane, which means I have a invisible mage hand that can go places without people seeing it.
Yeah.
I would.
God.
I would like to.
It's the road thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't. So this isn't one of the uses that's included in the player's handbook.
Because we're talking Curtis here.
Yeah.
But if possible, since Mallory is a fighter, I would assume you're wearing some kind of like trousers or something.
Yeah.
I would like to essentially pull the trousers down or like unfasten the belt or something
Oh
like
my
that.
God.
My intent here is to cause as much embarrassment as possible
Let me,
without causing physical harm.
looking something up real quick. Arcane Fixer was
Yeah.
I was about to look up Elders tonight. I was like, you're not an Elders tonight. That's not the right.
Yes. If Kurtis was a knight, he would be even more insufferable.
Yeah.
As this is happening, where
you
are
can you can retrieve an object or something, and so I
Can
guess
I retrieve his belt?
yeah, I guess you could like try to take Mallory's belt.
Sleight of hand?
Yeah. You roll perception.
Natural
That's
20!
I will try to roll
A
against
natural
it to
20.
see if.
Yeah, no.
Nope.
Yeah, no. You just
12
take
on the
her
die.
belt. Curtis took your belt.
Okay.
Are we quite done here?
I will throw you across this fucking city. I swear to God.
I believe you, actually.
Give me back my belt.
And I kind of look around, like, no, too many people are watching, let's go. And I keep walking.
It's like just floating. It's in a hand, an invisible hand, but it's like You can still see the belt.
Yeah.
I reach for it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
you're stronger than the
Yeah.
mage hand. The mage hand has 10 pounds. Can hold 10 pounds, I think. 5 maybe. Unless yours makes it stronger, I think it's like 5. But yeah.
You know what? I've been rolling pretty bad this campaign, but this was worth it.
That was great. I don't even. I had meant to just step on your foot and then, you know, just kind of smirk at you and we keep going and not interrupt what you were saying. But now here we've gotten off on this little tangent. What were you saying?
Well, first of all, I was saying that you shouldn't underestimate your fellow friend here, or else you might, you know, have your pants around your ankles. Anywho, this offspring of the mares, so to speak, I've been working on him.
Are you talking out loud now or?
No.
Okay.
I don't think even Kurtis would be that stupid. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm gonna say, I've been working on him, and I think we are establishing a friendship. And in this friendship, I provide him with information, and he provides me with his insight.
Mallory just nods silently.
Good, you're learning stuff. Okay, anywho.
And you pull his pants down too. I mutter that
Okay.
very quietly.
Kurtis might have started to make it even more awkward, but he didn't hear that. Anywho, I've noticed a certain dynamic between the family. Leo and the mayor don't seem to quite treat him as a adult. Probably because he isn't. But that doesn't mean he shouldn't be treated like one. Just look at me. Anyway, he has promised me to use that library of theirs to aid our research on this premonition evil business of, and I go back again. Children dying, orphans everywhere, city's gonna burn down.
Right.
And, well, I plan to report what we found. And you're going to come with me because the way it seems to go, one of these days, all of the deputies are going to die, but one of them will be safely back home. So I want you to be involved in this.
Wait. What?
Basically, I'm saying that we're all gonna die, but you're probably going to be
Oh.
the last survivor of us. So I want you to, like, be in on it.
Oh, wow, that's and I trail on and I don't finish the sentence because I remembered that I'm pissed at you and that I'm not talking to you out loud right now. So I just nod.
I don't know if I've mentioned this, but you can answer me telepathically if you want to.
That does not require a.
So if I cast message on you,
Yeah, you
Okay.
can.
it's a conversation.
You can respond.
Okay.
It's like messages within like, I think it's like 6 seconds.
Okay.
It's kind of like sending can speak like 25 words and you can respond with 25 words. That's generally how these spells work, I think. Pretty
Okay.
sure all of them work like that.
Okay.
The sending is like an actual spell, like third level or something. Yeah.
Okay.
And I assume by now we should be pretty close.
Yeah, you're approaching the mayor's house, which is the fenced off. It's the fenced off house with the two small like one room or like 2-room houses, and next to it they're all behind a separate gate of its own. And there's the guard there, Nathaniel's there.
I'm going to walk out loud and proud and be like, Mallory, let me introduce you to the most diligent guard I have ever met, Nathaniel.
Yeah, he's kind of looks a little bit alarmed as Kurtis is walking up. Are you here to speak with him again?
Not only is he diligent, he is also extremely intelligent. Yes, sir, I am.
All right. And he turns and goes inside fairly quickly. And then he returns outside after a moment and says, "All right, you can go in."
So, as we're walking in, I would like to message you. Well, I suggest you do one of two things. Either insert yourself in our conversations and make him trust you as well, or use my antics as a way to get some information, look around.
Your antics, huh? You're recognizing that they're antics.
I look back at you, I wink, and like, what are you talking about? Come on, act like a normal person, Mallory.
And he just looks back at Kurtis being loud but doesn't say anything. Just the typical reaction to someone that Kurtis has interacted with by himself.
I follow along behind you silently, and then I come up next to you and I kind of mutter under my breath, "Holy shit, it's all an act, isn't it?" It's all an act.
Yeah, as you enter the house, you see the lion is still, it's on the couch again. It's positioned like it's sleeping. It kind of lifts his head when you enter, but then like lays back down. And Ellie comes down the stairs, and he's dressed very casually, not dressed up at all, like just sort of a button-up shirt that's not quite buttoned up all the way, and just normal trousers, no shoes. Like he's intending to just hang out at the house while they, or at this point now, just hang out at the house. And he comes up the stairs, the front stairs, to greet you. He kind of looks at Mallory and then looks at Kurtis, and he's like, "I didn't realize you were bringing someone. It's
Hey.
all right. Hello."
Hey, how are you?
I would like to pat Mallory on the back and cast prestidigitation
Mm-hmm.
and make her, let's say, smell like lavenders, and like push you forward and be like, "This is Mallory. I trust her with my life."
Yeah, I met you. You came to dinner.
Yeah, good to see you again.
Oh.
And well, truth be told, as I mentioned before, I trust Mallory with my life, and as such, I think you should too.
All right.
Mallory was.
He's such a character.
Uh-huh.
Did you want to talk to him, or?
I didn't
Okay.
mean to interrupt you. I don't know what
I
your,
don't know either.
what
Let's
what
be
the
honest.
plan is that we're talking to him for. So
Yeah, Mallory has no idea.
Okay, so outside of character for a second, I'm thinking that because of the family dynamic I mentioned, it would be useful to have like a genuine friendship with this person, because they're connected, they have magic powers, they seem to know what they're talking about when it comes to magical beasts. They were the only one that kind of recognized Umberhawk way back, and because of all those things, I want Kurtis to essentially keep befriending this person, and by extension, since I'm convinced you're going to be the only survivor out of anything, he wants you to also be involved in this.
okay.
So I guess the end game would be to use this connection to get information that we would otherwise not have, because if I recall correctly, the first time we came here, they mentioned like we saw a big library here,
Yeah.
and I think the town doesn't really have a big library, does it?
No, there's no set library for the town. There's the arcane shop has a lot of books that they would probably be willing to let people read, but that's about it. And those are all books on like
Right.
spells, stuff like that. Not spell books, but books about magic.
So Arya wants information and contacts. Kurtis, you probably wouldn't know what he wants, but he seems to want to just hang out with this person for some reason. Who knows? Maybe he wants to bang them too. You know?
He's like 19, 20. He's not a child, but like fairly like.
I have all
young,
these
but,
hormones. You know how it is.
But, yeah, Ellie's like 19, 20. He's like he's not a child, but he's youngish. And Kurtis.
I think I was 24 or
Yeah.
5.
So they're about the same age,
Yeah.
you know. He may just be like, hey.
Yeah.
And also that's like when he said it came off that they're trying to kind of treating him like a child. Yeah, he's not a child. You only met him for a little bit before, but now that you were actually like standing there talking to him, he's definitely an adult, but just not leaving the house. Really, you don't see him around town or anything. You kind of realize that after
Also,
listening to
another
him.
thing that might have been odd, and I probably should have explained, the lavender scent thing was just Kurtis trying to like do everything he can to make the like first impression.
Yeah, I
And you
get that.
okay.
Yeah.
He looks. He goes, do you need something other than what we talked about before, or
Well, Mallory was with us when we met the nomads, and I realized we haven't got the chance to talk about them, you and I.
No, we haven't.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Yeah, that was kind of eventful.
Right. And he takes you up to the upstairs sitting room that he took Kurtis to before. It's don't know how well I described it last time. It's like it has like big glass doors. It's really sunny. There's not much furniture in it. There's the 2 couches. It's kind of like a sunroom a little bit.
Okay.
I would like to recount the events that happened with one change.
Yeah.
I want to spin it so that
Kurtis looks amazing.
close.
Yeah.
I want to spin it in a way that it looks like Mallory did the dangerous thing, volunteering to go home alone to talk to the sheriff to relay the message.
All right. Yeah. He sort of nods along and like looks around and like, yeah. And I'm assuming the 2 of you are sitting on one couch and he's sitting on the other, facing each other, and he's just like sitting in the middle of it again, like cross-legged. He's like nodding.
He
along.
did actually try to warn me about not going back home on the road alone.
Yeah, the road's pretty dangerous from what I hear. We had no trouble getting here, but there was that risk from what I understand.
Yeah. So, as we were talking with the nomads, Quota came, and apparently he's back in town. The bull wizard back in town? No. And so he started walking towards the this camp, and so they went with him, and I returned to the town to give my report, and I figured they would be back soon to give some more details, but
Most
I'm a little-
valiant, I told you, most valiant.
mostly concerned about any imminent danger from this group, but I think Kurtis might also be thinking of some patterns that might be developing with these other groups that have shown up recently.
Has your family by chance told you of the tiefling in the holding cells at the moment?
No,
They have not? What
Well-
a shame! Mallory, don't you think they should have told him?
they've been at the office all day. I went there this morning, but you might have brought him in later. I don't know if they were going to tell me though. So at least I know.
Such a shame. Anywho, let us fill you in.
I mean, in fairness, this just happened.
I know, that's the point. I want to make him feel like, we're the cool guys,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I don't know if they would have told me that because they don't tell me everything. Yeah.
Mallory, you actually know more about this than I. Please let us know.
Yeah, I was actually trying to tell you about this earlier, but
Well, how fortunate that we are here with our good friend Eli. Speak up.
okay. So apparently, the tiefling, one of the people that attacked, which Kurtis very valiantly managed to take him down with his crossbow. Very skillful shot to the knee, arrow in the knee, and yeah, I went there. And this tiefling though has a tattoo. It was on one of his arms, right?
Mm-hmm.
On one of his arms, because I totally remembered that myself.
It was like here. It was like on the forearms.
It was totally right here.
Yeah.
And of a wolf, very stylized, very specific style of a wolf, and Sheriff Leaf seemed to recognize it, and our friend Cedar seemed to recognize it too. But Cedar doesn't talk much, but I gathered it was not good. Sheriff Leaf filled us in that this was a symbol of a mercenary band that used to have a very good reputation, now it has a very bad reputation, and that generally people are warned not to travel with them, and mercenaries turned robbers. Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Yeah, you know.
Does he get inspiration for that? No, here's a better question. Does it actually hurt you to use part of the script Curtis gave you? Like, I can't believe I'm listening to that idiot.
Constitution save.
Yeah.
Like,
Take psychic damage.
If I was rolling a Constitution save for that, I would fail.
yeah, you kind of just flinch like, wow, I wish I could have thought of a better phrase than that.
So, I'm not really sure where we go from here, and dealing with this group would be one thing, and that's a goal in and of itself, but I think, groups seem to show up just outside of town, and something just does not feel good about that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You feeling the same way?
And he nods. Yeah, I had a feeling about that. And he sort of just thinks for a minute. He's trying to decide, like, what to say.
Can I, as we're talking, can I look through this library for are we not in the
he took
library?
you upstairs to a different room. But
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
you can, if you asked, he would take you to the library. If you wanted to go.
Well, I would like to see if there's anything that might show that symbol of this wolf, of this mercenary band, and see if we can find out anything more about them.
Yeah.
And I'm asking that in character.
He nods and he'll take you downstairs. He'll lead you downstairs into the library. And it's not like a huge library or anything, but it's pretty big. I mean, it's a library in a house, in their house. But they, There's some papers and books open on the tables.
Can we have an 80s?
Vlad the Donator.
Yay!
Yo. thanks for joining us, man. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. We do appreciate it. We appreciate everyone who talks to us and says hi. So.
We're lonely.
Yeah.
Can we have an 80s montage where the three of us are poring over papers and looking through tattoos?
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can look through the library. There's.
Can I draw the tattoo and see if he recognizes the mark?
Yeah, you can sort of get what you think it looks like down. Do it in intelligence check. Sort of
Before you
remembering it
do,
down.
Curtis would like to elbow you. I'd say you got this. You have bardic inspiration.
Okay, what is that at?
Plus
A
d6.
D6.
A D6? Okay.
Yeah, so that's the thing Curtis can do now.
Alright, so it was just straight intelligence?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
remembering.
grand total of 12.
It's not the best, but it gets the point across, and he looks at it and he kind of squints and like thinks for a minute. Says, I think I've seen something like that, and he goes to it's not a book, but like a folio, like case full of papers, and he opens it and he starts to like look through it, and he pulls out the poster that has it on it, and he puts it down, and it's the one. It's the poster that Arturo would have seen before. It's the one that says the gray wolves don't more like wording like beware this tattoo, like beware these symbols, and it has the tattoo, and then it has a pendant on it, which is sort of it's in the shape of a snarling wolf. It's not like the same stylized. The pendant is more realistic, but the tattoo is the very specific.
Okay.
And it lists their crimes of extortion and things like that, and banditry, and yeah. He says, we have this. We just received them at home before we came here.
This is it. And I point to it. So, the Gray Wolves,
Mm-hmm.
is that what they're called?
Mm-hmm. Or no, they didn't just receive it. They had just made the posters. They were the one that their city was the one that made them and then distributed it to other people, because they left a while ago and I forgot that for a second. But yeah,
Okay.
misspoke. Yeah.
I have a question. So since now we've seen a clean version of the sign.
Logo, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. If we were to try to recreate it later, would we be able to?
Yeah, it would be easier.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, from what I understand, they're a big group. I don't know if it would be all of them out there, but at least some of them, one of their smaller cells or something might be out there.
They're smaller cells. Oh boy.
It's a pretty big group.
I hadn't thought of that.
They have people in each city. There was a small group in our city that we had to make them leave because of the banditry. I believe there were some in most cities, but most of them are not. Most of them don't.
Communicate.
Yeah, they don't really interact with each other. I don't think. Maybe once in a while.
So we don't risk pissing off 100,000 people if this group does manage to
No,
disappear.
I don't think so.
That's good.
I'm not entirely clear on everything. I just sort of
Speaking of
overheard.
good things, I don't think their group cohesion is very high because while Cedar was lending me an ear, I noticed.
Are you saying this in character?
I noticed that one of the.
I would like to. Would it be a charisma save to avoid laughing?
Do What? Hang on. What are the? I've looked at character sheets a lot, and I forgot what the charisma skills are.
I know in Pathfinder it'd be a will save, but
Deception?
Deception. Yeah.
a deception.
I didn't think there was one better than that.
Huh?
I didn't think there was a skill better than deception. Yeah, do deception to like keep a straight face and not
16.
confused. Yeah,
Not
you.
bad.
Yeah, you keep a straight face.
Okay.
In my little pause, I would like to message him. Good job. Fuck you. Let's see. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
no.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
While someone was lending me an ear.
Yeah. We noticed that the bandit we slew most efficiently had a tattoo, which was of a quite different species than this one. So I'm guessing that there is a loose confederation of bandits gathering around. Which, I guess if Grumpy Old Man was here, would probably say something along the line of evil, chaotic god, blah blah blah. Anyway, what do you think?
I actually was going to
I don't
ask
know.
if bandits and free sword soldiers have a god that they commonly worship.
I don't think so. I don't think it's religious. There's probably something out there that they want, or they've realized as a bigger group they can do more to scare people because a group of 50 is scarier than a group of 10 or so.
We can take 50.
Were there 50? Were there 100?
You know, it's like numbers don't mean anything. Come on, Mallory.
Okay, so there was 1,000.
There were millions.
Millions and millions.
1 million.
1 million bandits. I
Freaking lazy.
almost did a spit take
Yeah.
when you did.
So I want to attempt to extremely mildly kind of guilt trip this person and be like, extremely mildly. I'll be like, so by the way, I remember last time I left you were going to check on the various religious premonitions. Have you made any progress or is it still ongoing?
It's still ongoing. He's like, but
Is there blushing?
make an insight check.
Ooh.
Come on.
I totally forgot my
Hold on.
homework.
His modifier's stupid. Let me find it. I had it marked somewhere. What was proficiency? What was your number?
20.
I think I need to check one thing.
The real question is, can he resist my charms?
Maybe barely.
Good to know. I have met my match.
Oh no! Hold on.
No?
That's higher than 20. That's definitely higher than 20. I miscalculated
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
What is this mod?
Plus, would that be 9? Yeah. Very good at lying.
Wow.
Even more than mine.
Very good at
9
lying.
plus 7.
Future president right there.
Yeah, he hesitates.
We're going to become the kingmakers.
Well, no, just it's a little bit higher, but yeah, it's higher than. He pauses and says,
Totally. Yeah.
It's kind of. I mean, we don't have a ton of books on religion. A lot of these are history, and there's a lot on engineering. I have thoughts on things, but I don't know. I don't think that they're.
Well, are we not all friends here?
Well, yeah, but it's. I don't know if it's. I mean,
I'm sure Mallory would agree. Anything that comes out of your mouth could not possibly be more stupid than anything I say. So please do continue.
I do agree with that, actually. And I say that.
he kind of like thinks for a second.
He
Says,
has a point.
the bandits, not the bandits. I keep saying the bandits. The nomads. They're different, but you know. The nomads.
Racist.
They hang out in the same space. They hang out in the same spot, so you know, basically the same. The nomads, their leader had a kid recently, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Did you see what it looked like?
It's an orc.
We did see it, right? Or
Yeah.
We I'm pretty sure I remember her mentioning that it was a girl.
It's a boy.
Oh.
Yeah. I may have misspoken, but it's her son. Yeah. What did he look like?
kind of orky?
Roll intelligence to see if you
My intelligence is
Notice-
+1.
you both of you can do it.
4.
It was
7.
okay.
Wow.
Yeah, you neither of you can
We're
think
awesome at this.
Yeah, you
So pretty much we do just give the answer of
like, you know,
orky, like an
Yeah.
orc.
He's kind of like thinks for a minute.
Well, tell us this. What are the different possibilities and what do each of those mean?
Yeah, what are you looking for?
Well, see, I don't really know what happens, but there's you've heard of the saints, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I think Arturo knew. I don't know if he told anybody. It's
They're
not.
kind of minor deities, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Do both of you do religion just to see how much you know? You know that at least. They're minor deities and they used to be human.
7 again.
12.
Yeah, you know, they are minor deities that were said to be immortal. Two of them have direct bloodlines that are, and there are people that have them, and they're supposed to be like really important or whatever. That's basically all you know. You don't know the details. You know there are different races. There's a human, there's an elf, and there's an orc. But that's about it. Yeah, and yeah, Ellie's kind of hesitating a little bit. And he's talking and he's thinking as he's like thinking and speaking slowly. He says, well,
Are we having a new saint?
maybe. See, there's
What?
There's-
That's the thing?
there's the idea that some people think that if you can have the blood of all three saints, and I don't know what you would do with it, you
The better
can make
question
them.
is,
You can
how do you
make
get
them
this blood of 3 people into one baby?
Well, I mean, there's the obvious, which would be to
Threesome.
coordinate bloodlines, but I don't think that's what they're going for in this case. If that's what they're thinking, they're probably hunting down the people that have it.
So you think they're after a specific target?
If it's a religious thing, that would make someone really powerful. You seem convinced that it's religious. I don't know.
I mean, I was just throwing that out there to see what sticks, because we're kind of noticing a pattern with the Dragonborn and the Dark Elves.
The nomads follow one of the saints too, from what I understand. The orcish one, his name Tarkan. He promoted things like peace and cooperation, and he doesn't have he didn't have children, so those that have his blood, I suppose, just sort of happen. I guess if the baby's normal, then they didn't. Then that. Well, I don't know. I didn't see him.
In your expert opinion, is there a possibility for such a thing as an anti-saint?
I don't know. What do you mean by that?
Like, saints tend to like help people out and be like chill. I'm thinking more of like something that's the opposite of that.
A warlord?
Yeah. Basically, like as the player, I'm thinking like if there's such like an antichrist figure.
Right.
He
I gathered
sort
that's
of
where you were
thinks
going.
I don't think so. I
Okay.
just think some people. There have been theories that you can sort of force the abilities or something, but the people that worship these saints and have their bloodlines, they don't happen often, especially not the Orcish one, because he doesn't have a proper bloodline at all.
So what physical signs would there be?
For him, if it was a baby, I don't think there would be many aside from probably the red hair. And he sort of thinks, and as he says that, you realize that, yeah, that kid had red hair.
Okay.
It was very noticeable. Hair.
Oh.
One of those babies that had a lot of hair, and it was red, bright red.
I go, oh. And I give him a look.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. He sort of crosses his arms and says, well, that might be what they want.
That
They may
could,
be plotting or something.
could explain why they camped in that place. But how would they know? How would they have known?
Well, magical people have ways to track people. Well, who am I to speak in front of such an expert? Please enlighten us, Eli.
That's true. He shrugs.
Awful lot of trouble for one baby.
Yeah.
You've clearly never seen an elf pregnancy, my friend. Anyway.
Really don't think I want to now. Boat! The boat has sailed into the harbor! Finally! Welcome, dude.
Yeah, he's.
Every time I see him now, I piss him off with a boat pun.
Well. That's all I can think of if that's what you're going with. But if that's the road you're going with. They may just be organizing to make a bandit coalition or something.
Raid the village, burn the town.
Yeah.
Here's a question. What would someone of ill intent want to do with that child? Could they use it as a source of magic or power?
Well,
or will?
they'd use his blood, I think.
Quota was right the whole time.
I have no idea
What?
if that's what they. I have no idea if what they would do with it.
Oh my god, you're right.
I don't think they would kill the child or anything, and
Use them as a blood bank.
I don't think they'd kill him or anything because I don't think that you would need much.
Out of character, I really don't want to be in
No.
a thing where there's
No,
joking about
No,
violence against
it's basically like what Elegant keeps explaining, and he basically says like you may just need to drop something, prick a baby's finger and take its blood,
the
or
Pirates of the Caribbean thing.
Yeah. yeah.
Keira Knightley's all scared and they just prick her
yeah,
finger.
they also
Oh.
explain like he also says like, you know, he's also still really young. If he has any magic, it wouldn't be there. They may just be organizing and playing a long game.
You know, that would also explain why the permission is kind of vague. They need the kid to grow up first.
Yeah. So there's at least that. If that's what they're doing, it would be some time that you would be a teenager or so. Well, maybe earlier. Orcs grow fast.
They do.
Wait. The Saints are what races again?
There is an orc, there is an elf, and there's a human.
The human. Huh. Here I was expecting you to say Dragonborn.
Well, if that's what they're after, I guess it makes sense that this is where they would set up near here. You saw the painting downstairs, right?
Which one?
When you walk in, there's the large painting of the woman with defending people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's she's one of them. She's my dad's ancestor.
Oh wow.
So they were targeting.
You get a message, Saint Blood Alert!
So.
I'd like to imagine my messages are like really annoying SMS like beep, beep, beep.
You hear it right. It's like
No,
Kurtis is right here. Like
You
Yeah.
got mail!
Every time.
flinch a little bit every time he casts it.
Every time you do that, it's like just a little too loud in my ear, and so I always go. Wow. So, the orc, right there with the nomads, the human, right in this house.
Well, I thought the elf was she an elf or a human?
A human.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the human one.
And the elf, probably in the compound.
Well, I don't think so. The elf.
Racist.
His
I mean-
people live pretty far south, very far south. They all live in one place. It's on a volcano. All the time, not in it. It's very hot.
Did they happen to live under the volcano by chance?
No, I believe it's on the side,
Okay.
along the edge. They don't really leave there.
How could? Never mind. I don't want to know. Do
It's
you
really
think-
hot. It keeps people out, and they're okay with it.
Huh.
They don't mind the heat.
Like Texas.
Like this place. Do you think that those Dragonborn or the Dark Elves in the compound are well-intentioned? I almost wonder if we couldn't maybe benefit from adding their knowledge to this situation,
Well,
their insight.
that's another matter I need to inform you about.
Mm-hmm.
As our mutual friend Mallory here knows, I've been also extending these thoughts to the to Mayroon, the matriarch of the compound, as
Mhm.
well.
Remembered the name.
Hey.
I almost got a number, okay? And if I'm not mistaken, at least one of the times you were there with me.
Yes. The first time.
So I plan to visit them in the near future as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping this network alive, so to speak. Of course, it's up to you whether you would wish to be mentioned or left unmentioned in these matters. It is completely up to you.
He thinks for a second and says, well, if
I
it's
agree.
just if it's
Anyway.
just her, it's probably all right. I just don't want get back to here that, you know, doing things I probably shouldn't be doing.
What about this shouldn't we be doing?
Well, I
We're
probably
protecting the
shouldn't
town,
be.
aren't we?
I probably shouldn't be, you know, doing deputy work. I should just be here.
Eli, if you believed in yourself half as much as I believed in you, you wouldn't be here right now. Anyway, thank you for having us. One of these days we should hang out and just have a coffee or something. I'm off. Did you have any further business here, Mallory?
Well,
Yeah.
as you like completely throw
Yeah.
me off.
Yeah.
I'm planting the seeds
Of
Okay.
what?
of rebellion.
Rebellion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna become Arthas. He's gonna kill the mayor, become the mayor. I'm gonna be the lich guy, you know?
Lich King.
Yeah. What's his name? Cal something?
Oh my god.
The invisible skeleton guy that was
Yes,
always with
I-
Arthas. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's going to bug the hell out of me. I am a Warcraft junkie. I should know this off the top of my head.
Who was Kel'Thuzad? Was that someone else?
Kel'Thuzad was a lich.
Okay.
One of the servants.
Okay.
Nerzul.
Ah.
Nerzul was the original Lich King. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
We're
As
good
you.
now. Crisis averted.
Yeah. As you say that, he kind of stands up and says, "Wait, I know more. I'll tell you more. I shouldn't tell you this, but I'll tell you."
It's working! Yeah, that's the sound. Like Kurtis is like completely poker face, but that's the sound you hear. That's working!
Yeah. I
Oh,
rolled
please,
to see
do go ahead.
I rolled to see if that inspired him, and it was exactly the. Yeah.
19.
Okay, you keep it together.
Yes, I keep it together.
Yeah.
It's like, it's working!
Yeah, he kind of sighs and like he sits in one of the chairs and like pulls his feet up like and as he looks like he might have regretted a little bit telling you that he would tell you more, but he promised. He's like,
You're committed now, buddy.
yeah, my dad has always sort of kept me locked away, but it's really for my own good. My dad.
She's not as good.
My dad, his bloodline comes from the one you saw downstairs, Johanna. He met my mom by chance, and she's one of the descendants of the elven one. And he kind of like scratches the back of his neck a little bit. So
You're two of the three.
I'm two of them. So and he doesn't. I don't go out often.
So is Leo.
No, just me.
Brother from another mother.
Yeah,
So gangster!
Leo's mom was my dad's first wife, and my mom just
Okay.
was by chance. That's why he keeps me here, so people don't find out. Because if they found out, it might be bad. I can defend myself. I'm very good at magic. Better than he thinks I am, I think. I practice myself. I have, abilities.
Huh.
But
Did you say you have the skill to pay them?
I mean, not in this house. The rich house, But yeah, I don't think anyone knows. But if someone found out, then it could be bad. And someone might have found out somehow. I don't know how they would. 'Cause they don't tell anyone bad. They don't tell anyone.
If they can find out about a baby orc who's just been born, then
Yeah, that may be what's going on. I don't know. I don't know how or why or what they would do, but if they accomplish whatever they're accomplishing, who knows what that would mean for anybody else.
okay. Thank you for trusting us with all.
It's unlikely that, they'll find anyone else with my mom's size. Because the people don't usually leave. The fact that she left was kind of weird. They usually just stay there.
Side quest. We need to get him married to someone so they can make more babies, so we can have more of the magic blood. But that's a long term thing, you know.
Yeah, he's kind of just sits there.
I would like to do my overzealous bow again.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I always knew there was something great about you.
This time when you do the overzealous bow, I literally do this.
It's okay.
What's that gift with the guy like?
It's okay. You don't have to do that. Just act normal. Pretend I didn't tell you anything.
Act normal. That's a good one, sir.
Don't tell anybody. Act normal enough, I guess. Don't tell anybody.
This is Kurtis you're talking to.
Yeah.
That's what scares you, right?
Well, before that happened, I was going to offer you that one day we should all just hang out of leisure and perhaps discuss less severe things over dinner. I don't know if the offer is still appropriate, but it still stands.
It's fine. You don't have to treat me any different. I'd rather you didn't.
Yeah.
It's not. Well,
So, you mind if I ask, what can you do?
he looks around and says, well, one thing that you do, and he gets up and he lights a candle, and then he kind of like, I've always been able to do this one, because I think it comes from my blood, and he changes the color to red, and then he changes the color to purple, and like, it just kind of does that a lot, and then he makes it like brighter, and then makes it like dimmer, and he's like, just like changing the flame on it.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, I can kind of do that. I'm really good with fire.
We'll have you running lights the next time that Quota has a show.
Yeah.
But you said you can defend yourself.
Mhm. I probably shouldn't cast those spells in here.
Yeah,
A lot of
no,
those.
I wasn't asking for a demonstration.
You kind of would.
Yeah, like this one's small. It doesn't take much to do.
Yeah.
I can, and he like points at you and he's like, I can do this one too, like the message thing.
Oh.
Yeah, he has a message on. He says, I can do this one too.
Ah, you can do that too. Okay.
And he points at you and says, I know Kurtis can do it too.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
1,000-yard stare.
Kurtis, do you do that to everyone?
Only the special people, Mallory.
Oh God. Have you done that to the, what's her name?
Mayroon?
No, not Mayroon.
Leo?
No. The bartender.
Camellia?
Camilla?
Camilla?
Yeah, that's
I'm planning to, actually.
Wow. Order your drink that way.
If it makes you feel any better, I did it once with Arturo too. But it wasn't anything special like you know what I mean.
I just kind of exchange a worried look with Ellie.
I'm sending you a message. I'm not saying that out loud.
Yeah.
Oh.
You just look at him worried.
Yeah. You can't eavesdrop a message, can
No.
you? Okay, good.
Well, I still give Ellie a worried look and leave it to Ellie's imagination what was just
I
said.
mean, he probably can see you do the like hand. He knows what the hand thing for casting message is, so he like sees you do that, and he's like.
He sees you do that, and then he sees me just go.
I mean, all right.
We're too anime now. We need to get something.
Well.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. If you need more insight on anything, I'll let you know. If you want me to look anything up, I can.
Okay.
Nods.
If I may humbly make one more suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't done so already, I would advise you to invest in a small private laboratory. Me and the other deputies go out on forays and adventures out there, and well, if I would much rather bring what we find here to you than selling it off to a random merchant. You might be able to use the components in your own advancement.
Yeah, he thinks for a minute, and he's making the face that he had been making before, which is kind of the do I want to keep telling them things? He's making that face.
Like the next time we fight an Umber Hulk?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
like, well,
Can I roll an insight to see if he has a bat cave?
yeah, roll insight while he kind of does. Oh Jesus, he's rolling really well.
It was like 18 and then it's like...
May I assist?
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
2
Yeah.
on the die.
I say yeah. It's a. You need a 21. Yeah. To give exactly what he's thinking. He's kind of like, well, I've already told you not everything else.
No
Some
need to tell us about that too.
some nights of the week I do leave. I go out. No one knows. Well, I mean.
Another mystery solved. That time he left
Yeah,
the party.
yeah. I go out because I don't like to be here, all the time, and
Right.
I have a room at the House of Merriment that I hang out at sometimes with my friends.
That's even better than a bat cave, Bat cave with benefits, if
They
I may
don't.
so.
They don't.
Bat cave with benefits. Really?
They keep it secret for me.
He's the one who chose to go to House of Merriment,
Yeah, I mean it's close, and they can keep a secret.
I'm sure.
You can keep secrets, yeah.
Speaking of secrets, is there more to the Baron than...
He thinks, well, I don't really,
That's a secret even from you, isn't it?
I don't know about
Mallory, you say, is there more to the Baron, as if we already know what is supposed to be with the Baron. The question is there less with the Baron?
that. He's a cleric, I think.
You might as well have just asked why is Gamora, for as much sense as that.
Why is the Baron? You don't know. He's a cleric, I think. Well, yeah, he's a cleric. That's about all I know. I know that he knows my dad somehow, so I try to avoid him. I don't need him holding that against me, holding what goes on there against me.
Right.
Got a room on the other side of the building. Then again, the owner might have told him that I go there, so who knows? That all may have been for nothing. They hang out. He hangs out with the owner a lot.
Do you know anything about Lilith?
She's the owner. She's
This is me at
Nice.
the edge of my mental capabilities.
yeah.
I remember like 4 whole
Yeah.
names tonight.
She's very nice. I feel like she might be up to something, but I don't know what. Dorman's her son. I mean, adopted, obviously. He's the half-orc. She taught him that stuff. He's very good at singing. He's kind of shy, though. Doesn't like to do it.
I just know someone in the future is watching back the YouTube video of this episode and going, oh man, they have no idea that the House of Merriment is the last dungeon.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that actually.
Yeah, I don't really ask many questions of the people there because, I try to keep a low profile.
As one should in that place.
Mm-hmm. They're good at keeping secrets, though. If you want to meet up somewhere and talk about secrets, they don't tell anybody anything. If you pay them right. If you owe them money, they might just tell everybody.
Like when he says if you pay them right, you can almost hear Kurtis's heart break.
House of Secrets more than House of Merriment then. Okay.
Yeah, they do both.
Alright. Well, shall we be off?
If you insist.
Yeah, and he'll lead the two of you out. But yeah.
Thanks very much for your help today.
Yeah,
And Nathaniel, thank you very much too. Is he still with us?
he's out by the front of the gate and he turns around and he sees you and he kind of like stands like ready just in case.
Oh look, he's already ready. Come on then, escort us out. We are leaving for today, but we shall come back soon.
He's like,
yeah.
thanks for the warning.
He kind of like looks around and he starts to head over and Ellie says, don't tell anybody anything, even your friends. I don't want anyone to know.
Especially my friends.
Not a soul.
He nods and whenever after Nathaniel comes to meet you, he goes back inside and closes the doors.
So,
Well then, Mallory, you're in on the game now.
yeah,
How does it
looks
feel?
like it. You know, so all that stuff, that really is just an act with you.
It wouldn't be fun if I just tell you that, would it?
It'd be fun for me.
It wouldn't be fun for me, and I stopped talking.
I might be starting to consider maybe trusting you more as a sane individual.
Famous last words.
Yeah, no kidding. So where do we go from here? What do we do next? And how do we put this information to action without telling people things they don't need to know?
Well, I've found out that friends are useful things to have, and I think I have a couple of friends here. And, well, tomorrow we're gonna go talk to one of them.
Who?
The gracious lady who viewed and agreed to speak common so you could understand.
Oh, Mayroon.
Yes. But tonight, I have far more pressing matters to attend to.
Like what?
Well, if you truly need to know, you can follow me. But I must go.
Where am I following you to?
if you follow me, or about halfway, you would probably realize that I'm going towards the desert roads.
Okay.
Is it
Because
It's yeah,
sunset.
yeah. I think you killed enough time that
Well.
it's getting late.
Because if we had not come up with anything like specific to do or whatever, Mallory was going to suggest, let's go to the desert roads. So
Yeah, you go to the desert roads. So how you it's not like packed or anything. It's about pretty average. Pretty average night.
I'm sure Cedar's shooting up the place in the background.
Yeah, probably.
Ooh, get out of my sight.
there's quota in the chat.
Yeah. So yeah, you walk in.
He's actually doing it. Yeah, we're making a spot for you, quota.
It's-
Come join us.
It's about halfway full. You'll see Leaf there. He hangs out there a lot, but he's not there tonight.
Right.
Now,
That's
Curtis,
pretty
the
bad.
most important thing about this is quota can never know.
Yeah.
So, how much have you heard, Kota?
Good delay, so we'll know in about 6 seconds how much
Yeah.
you heard.
If he responds.
Yeah.
I would like to enter the room as I usually do by getting as much attention as possible.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm here!
Yeah.
And I'm hoping at least a couple of people know me by now.
Yeah, they
It's to your
They
left
do.
there.
people
Behind your
close
left
to the
foot.
door are like, hey.
A little further there. And you know what? This time I'll kind of not quite so boisterously as Curtis, but yeah, I'll walk.
Hey.
Yeah.
Camilla waves at both of you. Yeah.
Well, time to see if I can afford a drink. And I would like to get out my flute and I want to essentially, it's half music, half me exaggerating us meeting the nomads. I don't want to like actually tell them that there are bandits outside, but just like, yeah, these nomads are still pretty badass, and we saw them and they wanted to kill us. And would that be performance?
Yeah.
That was mine, right?
Curtis is barding.
Yeah.
11 on the die.
5, so 16.
Yeah. The people are interested. They're listening. They're
Except Quota,
entertained.
who's not responding.
Yeah. Yeah. They're entertained.
I didn't need this.
Let's see. You get 1 gold.
The drink is like a silver, right?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
like 10 silver.
Okay.
That's about.
Well, 10. Well, looks like it works. What do you want to drink?
I'll order some.
I will pay for it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's standard price.
Thank you.
Silver, I think.
And if like Camilla or Camellia?
Camilla.
Camilla. Is around. I'm gonna
On
give her-
his A game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to be like, so what do you think about that?
Pretty good.
Have you met the nomads yourself?
No.
You're missing out. You should. We should.
When you ordered, did you do it with message or?
Good question.
Are you holding on a message for a good moment to
Yeah,
just drop that on her and you can catch
Yeah,
it?
I haven't used magic in front of her before, so I feel like there's a possibility of better payoff. So
I don't know that there will be a payoff.
Yeah.
I get the feeling this is not the first time someone's done that trick on her.
Yeah, but it's the first time a buffoon like Kurtis has.
Are you sure? I mean, she's a bartender. She meets a lot of buffoons.
True. Okay,
If we have any bartenders in the chat, I'm sure they would
Yeah.
if it's
back that up.
even, I'll use a message. If it's odd, I won't.
Oh my god, and bars like this before.
It is even.
So I will.
Alright.
That's what I said, right?
Yeah, even you will.
Okay,
on
okay.
one.
Yeah. I will order your drink with
Yeah, she like looks at you and like smiles and like winks and does it. Like got too messy. Like gets the drink.
Not real surprised.
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
She brings it over. She's like, at least you're not doing that to avoid getting up. You don't want to get up. Stumble.
Come on, Camilla. You really take me for the lazy type?
Of course not. She goes back to what she
Mallory
did.
just kind of grins and rolls her eyes.
Anywho, I talked with your chef a couple of days ago.
Mhm.
Is he still doing fine?
Yeah.
I didn't catch his name. Real quiet kind of fellow.
Mhm.
Is that her response to him
Yes.
asking the chef's name?
Just ignores me.
Oh, sorry. I was responding to the message. Had to clarify something. Did I
Okay.
have the show's name now? I might have not seen it. 'Cause I think I was gonna message it to you and then I didn't. No, I did not write it down. I keep forgetting I named him and then I forget. Find a new one and then write it down.
Alright.
Give you my name. Yeah, this is. I'm just gonna call him. His name is Cam. K-A-M.
I would like to say, well, you wouldn't mind if after a while I go back and say hi to him, would you?
If he's alright with that.
Wonderful. And I'd like to attempt to sit next to Mallory and spend the next 10 minutes as subtly as possible prepare a ritual. So I don't think I've ever, like me as a player, have ever done a ritual. How subtle is it?
What?
I'm trying to do comprehend languages.
Let me look it up. If there's like a material component, you have to get out. I would assume you have to get out the material component. Otherwise, I assume it's sort of like.
Well, I have my focus thing.
Yeah. Comprehend languages. I mean, yeah, there's a material component, but it's a pinch of soot and salt, so you can like kind of drop that on the counter. But you're sort of like, you're sort of just. It requires focus. You gotta like say words at the right time and like sort of you're tracing like certain patterns on the table. Not like writing them on, but you might be like doing it with the soot. That might be with the soot and salt, or like putting them in certain patterns. Yeah, and you have to do that for like 10 minutes. So you're doing that.
So for the next 10 minutes, Kurtis is going to be sitting next to you, like trying to be as nonchalantly as possible, but he's clearly like focusing on it. And like, yeah, I'm totally listening. You know? yeah.
Yeah. Like as he's like sprinkling salt in a circle.
I'm sure this is not the first time my character has seen this.
Probably this specific ritual, it might be, but I feel like someone else has done rituals before, so it's not like terribly uncommon to do magic. It's kind of weird to be casting a ritual in a bar, but it's not.
Yeah.
Magic's not uncommon.
I just kind of look and I'm like, I could comment, but
come across any language you know that I don't?
I speak just common Halfling.
Okay. At the end of the 10 minutes, well, first of all, does anything happen?
The material kind of like glow a little bit and burn up. There's a little bit of soot and salt, and then that's about it. It's the only visual you get.
At the end of the 10 minutes, I would like to, in Halfling, tell you that.
Do you know that I know Halfling?
Yeah, that's why I asked if I've ever came across it. So I guess no.
I have not used Halfling.
Okay, then I wouldn't know.
Yet in
Yeah.
this campaign.
Okay, so I'll just be like, this might
Unless
be
you're
wrong.
just like turning to me and trying different languages, because that is kind of a thing Kurtis might do. You say something to me in Orcish, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide, like, would Kurtis go through all the languages, and if yes, like, how many do I go down the line before I get to Halfling? Like, I'm sure if I speak Abyssal in the middle of a bar, people are going to be bummed.
How many normal options do you have?
Normal? 2.
2. Roll a d4. If it's even, then you speak Halfling second. If it's odd, you speak Halfling first.
Well, it's just even or odd.
Even. So you try some other language first, and then you try Halfling.
You try like word.
If I speak in Undercommon, does it turn any heads? Does it change the mood in any way? I guess I understand.
I mean, I'm sitting right next to you. I'm assuming you're not shouting.
That's true.
The drow are there. The 2 dark elves are there. They're kind of far away. So they kind of like one of them looks like he thinks he might have heard someone that wasn't him speaking Undercommon, and then kind of looks around and then goes back to the conversation with the other one in like a more conversational tone.
So, do you understand this one? I'll take that as a yes, and I'll go to message him. Like, so, I'm gonna go hang out with my buddy in there, and you're free to enjoy your drink, enjoy the company, and don't annoy Camilla.
As I am drinking, I am looking at you out of the corner of my eye and going, why are you messaging to me in Halfling?
A very good question, and I can assure you there's a very good reason for it. And I use that distraction to lean and
Meanwhile,
not
the dwarves are getting into a fight.
Yeah.
and not in message, but actually just whispering it to you. Because I can. I walk away.
And I am doing that with the mug in my hand.
Alright.
So, am I immediately kicked out by the door?
He looks at you and like kind of like stares for a minute. Says, "Can I go here?"
I will attempt to, in Orcish, say, I want to work in your kitchen from time to time. I promise you will be the boss of this this kitchen, and that I will
This chicken.
yeah, and that I will not open my mouth unless you ask me to.
He
But I may talk your ears off with message.
yeah.
No, it's an addendum. I'm not opening my mouth.
Yeah.
He like kind of he looks surprised whenever he starts speaking Orcish, and he like looks at you.
It's
for-
only gonna last a few minutes. It'll be our secret.
He thinks for a minute, kind of like looks down at the pot that he's working on. morning. I'll talk with Rosa about it.
Good fellow. No, I don't think. I just told Mallory, hey, it's gonna take me a while, and I just went and came back, and I suddenly saw you again. That was something, wasn't it? Anyway, how's your night been?
Well, you've been gone for like all of 20 seconds. I mean,
Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
Sure. Not get the answer you were looking for?
Maybe, or maybe I got exactly the answer I was looking for. I have a
What is the
new
chef
acquaintance here.
Is the chef another person of interest or something?
Mallory, please, everybody is a person of interest. Some people are just more interesting than others.
Hey, what's so interesting about the chef?
Well, he gets an extra point right off the bat because he is actually a chef. He can make food that I can eat. Which is more to say about Arturo, let's be honest.
Arturo's cooking could use a little seasoning. I think the chef's mood does come through in their food. And Arturo's incredible. Of course, maybe that chef is too, I don't know.
I was like inched over and listening to you talk because she kind of heard you. She heard you talking about him a little bit. So she was just inched over to like listen.
But yeah, he makes good food. So, what's your idea?
Well, my idea is tomorrow morning I am probably going to get a decent meal for once in this town. But secondly, let's talk a little bit about less long-term plan. Less short-term plan. More long, less term, short plans. That's the one.
Yeah. What?
Anywho, I was wondering.
Did you do that in character, that stumbling?
Both. Anywho.
I'm not rolling a save for that. I laugh. I'm like, what?
Follow along, Mallory. Don't be slow. I've been thinking, and I know that might be in itself surprising to you, but I have been thinking. We should start.
Hurt yourself.
He's remembered like 4 days. He's been able to, he's at his limits now.
Yeah.
There's smoke coming off his head.
Kurtis has been like remembering people. It's weird. He's on one today.
Well, first of all, he's going to.
Mallory's like mind blown because, now she's like convinced that the buffoonery is all an act and Kurtis is secretly a genius.
So first of all, Kurtis is going to take out a piece of paper and fold it open and open like this way. And he's like, did you want to go over some names I came up with? No? Okay, let's go to the other idea.
What?
First of all, we need to, actually, now I know you speak Catholic, so I'm going to speak Catholic.
Okay.
I'm going to be like, first of all, we need to,
Do any heads turn when he does that?
Not any you wouldn't expect. I think like the halfling, like if there's a couple halflings there, probably most of the general store,
Okay.
and like they kind of like, yeah, they also like look around like, is that, did you just hear someone speaking halfling? But like that, they don't like, they're not listening in.
Okay.
So like, I don't know, you hear someone speaking a language you don't normally hear at a restaurant, you're kind of like,
Okay.
that's not English, like, or whatever at the next table.
Yeah.
speak American.
I was gonna describe a specific situation. I was like, oh, that was at a con, so whatever. There were 2 people speaking Russian at the table next to us, and someone at our table knew Russian, so she was like, these speak Russian? Like, and then after they left, she was like, they're Russian. That was it. That was the whole interaction. But yeah, that's basically what happened. It's like, they look over and you know they're probably gonna be like, they were speaking halfling, like after you leave.
Alright. So in
Yeah.
the halfling, you tell me your plan.
Well, first of all, I think the mayor might be annoyed enough with me that he could actually listen to you guys and form a militia and actually get some gates on this. I could be a bit more annoying if I wanted to, but I think at that point they will kick me out, so I won't go there.
Of the town?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next,
I'll press the issue next time I see it.
well, since you're already in on the game, Cedar is going to have some new talents very soon. And let's say our talents will overlap a little bit.
Really?
It appears so. Let me tell you, you don't want to go down there.
What have you and Cedar been up to?
Hopefully you will never know.
Something tells me I'm not in on the whole game.
Well, no, but no one is in on the whole game. Not even I. What matters is that collectively we have the game.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, to be honest. But I feel like as a group, we have all the corners covered. I feel like Koda is lunatic. Arturo will have all the boring details covered. Cedar kills people pretty well. You're mildly intelligent, but you know you have some meat on those bones. That is cool. And
How does Quota being a lunatic help us?
sometimes I need to be the second least reasonable person in the room.
Fair enough. Oh god, that makes sense. I'm very frightened right now. Okay.
And let me see. I actually thought about a couple of things. So out of character, I would also tell you that I would like us to at some point have a tornado shelter for our little house thing, like the one in Wizard of Oz. Like what do you call those things? Where you open it up.
The cellar.
Yeah.
The like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
And at some point, I would like us to essentially.
We do not have basements or cellars in Texas, in case you guys are wondering, why the hell don't they know that?
This house has one because
Oh, we have one.
yeah, you have a basement, but it's been taken over by Cedar's
yeah.
thing. It's and I think I don't remember if it was there or if he had it added somehow. I think it was already there. This house had one.
It's going to need some cleaning now.
Yeah.
And another thing, I was thinking that at some point we might want to. I don't think we ever went around the house and decided what needs fortification.
No, we didn't.
So if we as a group come across some money, that might be one of the things we can think of into.
Fortify the house.
So the house, if I'm not mistaken, is slightly away from most other structure in the town, right?
Yeah.
Would you say it's fair to assume that it's not as well protected as all the other major parts of the city?
Yeah, it's one of the first things you would, I mean, not one of the first things far outside of town, but it's closer to like, it's near the large fence that goes around the town. So you're one of the houses out by there. So I mean, if someone were to somehow get over the fence, like your house is one of the first ones to get to.
So I'm thinking like setting up a strong point here wouldn't be that bad. Also, I'm sure at some point because we're PCs, we're gonna get in over our heads, and we're gonna make some enemies, and I'm hoping by then we will be a bit tougher to kill.
At that point, they break into the house, and we're the scariest thing they're going to find.
Did you have anything in mind? Long-term, short plans?
Well, not really, no. I've mostly just been like following this, just taking it as it comes. But the only thing I had not, out of character, considered fortifying the house. I would have considered fortifying the mayor's house, just because of there being a high-value target. And if you're bringing this up with me, I'll quietly say as much in Half-Life. And in the middle of you saying all this, your comprehend language probably runs out. And you're speaking comprehend.
And I'm like, yeah, I totally understand you. Yeah, how interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this is what happens when you actually spend some time with me, Mallory. We should do it more often.
Are you gonna do anything else, or?
I think for tonight, that's it for me.
That's all I can think of this evening. So I guess at this point we'll head back to the house.
Yep. As you're on the road, you. Let me see. Yeah. As you're on the road, you see, you see someone going to the House of Merriment from the direction of the mayor's house, and with another person. You can assume that's Ellie. He's out. He told you he's feeling bold. He's out.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Do a perception check while I.
14 plus 3. No. 14 plus 1.
I ended up with an 11.
Okay.
15.
Yeah, Kurtis recognizes the person that he's with. It's the, not Nathaniel, but the other guard of the mayor. The mayor has. You never caught his name. He's never said anything to anybody, I don't think. Because no one's ever said anything to him.
Okay.
But it's the guard that's usually with the mayor.
See, I'm not as sure if this guy is as diligent as Nathaniel. But I'm gonna trust him just for tonight.
Okay.
You know, funny thing, I forgot to mention. Today's interaction went surprisingly well. Last time I suspected he had something on his back and I wanted to take another look. Let's just say we had a awkward little dance going on. We're lucky you didn't have to see that this time.
Yeah, that sounds very lucky that I didn't have to see that. That must have been weird.
Mostly for him.
What kind of mark?
Well, that's the problem. I didn't quite see it. However, the things we talked about kind of illuminated.
Shed some light on that, yeah. Very interesting. Well,
Yeah. We're gonna probably end it there. Because otherwise we'd be getting into.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, since we're short on party members, we are going to wrap it up there for the night. So,
Yep.
So if you are wishing that stream had gone longer, then you can complain to Arturo and Quota and Cedar.
The other group is gonna be starting in like half an hour.
Yeah.
So that'll be broadcasting.
Yeah. So Jay's heading out, and he will be going to.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna be on, but I will be watching at least. I'll be in the chat for the
Alright.
yeah. But yeah,
All right.
they haven't started calling people in. But yeah, the other one starts in half an hour.
Okay.
So yeah.
And before we go, I'm going to see if this person is live or not. They are not. And so I will. Your other group is already running, right?
They're gonna be starting in half an hour. So at 9.
Okay. Well.
They're gonna get the stream will start at probably like 8:45, 8:50.
Okay. So.
With the opening reel.
No point in running a raid in that case then if they're not live. So instead, let me see if Mrs. Smith from VR Chat is live. She is. All right. So we're gonna raid Mrs. Smith VR Chat. All right. Thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll see you next week. And hopefully by then we'll have a full party and get to continue this little adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I can't make that timer run out any faster.
That's fine. They're
All right.
going slowly.
Keep smiling! Yeah! It's like those 80s intros. Like, the name comes up and they have to like,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Have you seen Too Many Cooks?
No.
Okay, YouTube it. It is quite unsettling.